Close enough for Bluegrass. Bluegrass train is moving along. Round every bend is another brand new song. Can't be derailed, it won't be held back. 'Cause that bluegrass train keeps rolling down the track. It started in Kentucky many years ago. Engineer of it all was a man named Bill Monroe. He built the engine and shoveled in the coal, laid down the track and away he did go. The bluegrass train is moving along. Round every bend is another brand new song. Can't be derailed, it won't be held back. 'Cause that bluegrass train keeps rolling down the track. So Mr. Monroe was driving the train when along came a country boy from down Flint Hill way. Earl played that banjo like the world had never seen. He put some drive in that bluegrass machine. The bluegrass train is moving along. Round every bend is another brand new song. Can't be derailed, it won't be held back. 'Cause that bluegrass train keeps rolling down the track. The bluegrass train is moving along. Round every bend is another brand new song. Can't be derailed, it won't be held back. 'Cause that bluegrass train keeps rolling down the track. Oh, that bluegrass train keeps rolling down the track. Woo! Woo! Yeehaw! Thank you all so much. We are so happy and so honored to be here. This is our favorite, most bestest gig in the whole wide world, and this is the one we look forward to every year. And so thank y'all for having us. And I'm going to introduce our guitar picker over here, Mr. Amos McCoy. No. Festus. No, shouldn't even say that. Dave Hyde over here on the guitar. It's terrible. I don't want to make fun of your pain there, Dave, but Dave broke his ankle. No. His daddy always told him, son, if you're going to do it right. And he didn't just break his ankle, he crushed it. And so that's why he's got his leg, his shin bone and his leg. And my wife and I went to see him right after it happened, and he had these big old steel rods all around his leg and sticking in his skin, and all. It was hideous. I got kind of queasy. I had to sit down.
Was in the hospital. I told him, well, at least it wasn't my hands.
That's right. It wasn't his hands. And it wasn't his vocal cords, so that we're thankful for that. All right, Dave's going to sing y'all a gospel tune that he wrote, one called He Met Us by the River.
I remember the river where I was baptized and the way the water made me feel. As the choir sang Amazing Grace, tears were flowing down my face. Christ was right there with us, so real. He met us by the river. He's always there to dry our eyes. He loves his little children, and he knows our every burden, and he hears our every prayer. What a father and a friend we have in there. No, there's nothing in the water say will make me whole. It's a work of faith. For I suggest, and now I know it's Jesus who saved my soul, sealed me by His Spirit, His blood. He met us by the river. He's always there to dry our eyes. He loves his little children, and he knows our every burden, and he hears our every prayer. What a father and a friend we have in there. Jesus, free from sin, my name, it's in the book of life. For in my soul the Lord to reach, now the Holy Ghost can teach me the ways to my new life. He met us by the river, He's always there to dry our eyes. He loves His little children, what a father and a friend we have up there. Yes, He knows our every word, and He hears our every prayer. What a father and a friend we have up there. What a father and a friend we have up there.
We appreciate that. This is how I describe coming out here. Like, we love coming out here because the crowd is so awesome. But I'm like, we're not in a place where people are eating pizza and drinking beer and saying, "Hey, by the way, there's a band playing." we love coming here, but just because you guys. So anyway, we're going to do an original tune, one on this on our latest CD, and it's a true story from Rutherford County, North Carolina. Rutherford. live for a better life. D.G. Harmon and Margaret, his wife, with all their belongings in an oxen cart. Through the summer sun, the driving wind and rain, to Arkansas to stake their claim. They settled in that new and distant land, but Harmon turned out to be a wicked man. He'd drink that moonshine whiskey, beat his poor wife down. North Carolina was too far away. She had no choice but to stay. Her daddy was called Old Man Moat. He received a letter that she wrote, telling him the torture she had to endure. So he left for Arkansas right away, on horseback with a trusted slave. Old Moat, he didn't care for alcohol, even less for his no-good son-in-law. Onward they traveled when they reached Arkansas. Harmon disappeared without a trace. He's gone for good, was all Moat had to say. When they returned, nothing else was said, but everyone knew Harmon was dead. Many years after the old man passed away, the secret was told by the slave. Moat killed Harmon and left him in a cave. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to introduce our banjo player over there. You know, banjo players get such a hard time and bad rap, but I do got to tell you about our banjo player. His name is George Buckner, not this young fella over here, but George had committed to this gig. You know, he's been playing with the band quite a bit, and he told me, he said, I can't do the 7th. I said, how come, George? And he said, I'm going to be out of the country. And I'm like, I thought he was kidding, and it turns out George took a vacation to Japan with his family, and he's going over there to Japan to pick with, correct me, Don, if I'm wrong, Toshio Watanabe, who is like the Bill Monroe of Japan, which, no kidding, this guy's very well known in Japan. So anyway, this young guy over here, he looks like a young Bon Jovi to me, John Bon Jovi. I guess if J.D. Crowe and John Bon Jovi had a baby, right here it'd be.
We nicknamed him Banjovi.
Banjovi!
Just came up with that.
Dylan Lawrence, all the way from Boone, North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! He's going to play you a little tune. got a feeling coming up here in the next few years, you're going to be hearing more of him because he can play anything with strings on it. And we were rehearsing the other day. I said, boy, you stay away from my bass. Are my friends Caroline and TJ here? Are they here? TJ, I'm just glad you're here. No, I mean not just here at Stecoah. I'm glad you're here on this earth. Because he had a bad scare a while back and could have not been with us anymore. So I'm really happy you're here. We're going to dedicate this next song.
Tom was talking about how you still owed him $20, TJ, backstage. He's glad you showed up tonight.
Yeah, after tonight you can do whatever you want. We hope you're here for another 100 years, oh buddy.
That's right.
We appreciate you. Anyway, I remember years ago when I hope I'm not embarrassing y'all, Caroline and TJ. I love you guys. But I'm a teacher assistant over in Nashville, and Caroline was the very first year of her teaching. She graduated from Western Carolina, and she came to Claxton School where I worked. And actually, we both got hired the same year there, and I was her very first teacher assistant of all time, and her very first school year. And I took a picture of her with her first class, and it was just a really special time. And I remember during that time, the band had put out the record with this song on it, and I can remember playing this for Caroline, and I remember her getting tears in her eyes, and I thought, well, we're going to do it for them tonight. So hopefully we can pull it off. I haven't played it in a while, but. Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Mama made my uniform, sewed a stripe on the shoulder. Papa wanted my company flag, bring it back when it's over. Jenny came to say goodbye. She said she would wait for me. Down the road I waved goodbye, leaving Tennessee. This is the last time you'll see Jenny. That's what the cottonwood keeps saying to me. Because the last time you'll see Jenny will be the last time you'll see Tennessee. I took her by the hand, it was last September. My Jenny made that day one I'd remember. I promised to return soon after victory. On my stallion I sat high, joining Robert E. Lee. This is the last time you'll see Jenny. That's what the cottonwood keeps saying to me. Because the last time you'll see Jenny will be the last time you'll see Tennessee. I held her close to me as we lay by the river, and now I'm going to see the baby I gave her. Mama made my uniform, sewed a stripe on the shoulder. Papa wanted my company flag, bring it back when it's over. Mama made my uniform that I wore so gallantly. Papa, I'm sorry your flag is wrapped around me. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Here's another original tune, one called Mountain Man's Dream. I'll tell you about a man by the name of Phil Brown. Left this world way before his time. Genuine mountain man who did things his own way, and I'm proud to say he was a friend of mine. Oh, he was blessed with a special life. Children, grandbabies too, and a faithful, loving wife. A little scrappy dog at his feet and many good friends. Phil sure was loved right up till the end. But he never punched no time clock, answered to no boss man. Lived up in the holler, made his living with his hands. Just the way he wanted it, a simple life indeed. Living that mountain man's dream. He made a decent living carving songbirds. His work is known far and wide. He'd sharpen up his carving tools and work hard all week with sturdy hands and steady eyes. He loved bluegrass music, and on Saturday night he'd be the first one to the Swan and know a jam. Nothing he loved better than taking his D18 to pick and sing with family and friends. But he never punched no time clock, answered to no boss man. Lived up in the holler, made his living with his hands. Just the way he wanted it, a simple life indeed. Living that mountain man's dream. His own time. Didn't want fame or fortune, didn't want the spotlight, and never had a dollar he didn't earn. He never punched no time clock, answered to no boss man. Lived up in the holler, made his living with his hands. Just the way he wanted it, a simple life indeed. Living that mountain man's dream. He was living that mountain man's dream. Woo. Thank you so much. Dave's ambidextrous. That means he can play with finger picks and a thumb
I thought
pick.
that meant he didn't eat meat.
No, I think something like that.
I bet it's amphibious.
Amphibious. Anyway, this is David Hyatt over here. If I didn't introduce him already, over here on the guitar. He's going to switch over and do a little finger picking style on this next tune. That our young. Here's my standard line. I say, "Let's go, men." You too, Corey. Corey Warren over here on the mandolin.
How many of y'all are seeing Buncombe Turnpike for the first time? All right. How many of y'all are seeing them for the last time? Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Thank y'all for coming. We would like to say at this time we do have CDs for sale.
Yes, we do.
Come on down and talk to Tom.
They're great for shooting ski.
I use them for coasters.
Oh, they're great coasters.
Oh, you know how to hurt a guy. Let's do a song.
What are we doing? Okay. With a 9-pound hammer, it's a little too heavy. Baby, for my side, darling, for my side. Well, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Well, I'm going on the mountain just to see my baby, and I ain't coming back. Lord, I ain't coming back. Well, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? This old hammer, it killed John Henry. It ain't gonna kill me. It ain't gonna kill me. Well, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? When I'm long gone, you can build my tombstone out of number 9 coal, out of number 9 coal. Well, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go?
That makes me heavy.
Well, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go?
Woo! Corey Warren over here. Bless his little heart. And all these other vital organs. I'll just tell you a real quick thing about, like I said, I'm a teacher assistant. Caroline, you're going like this. Last year, this little girl in the class, well, we were making, the children were making Valentine cards for their parents. And this one little first grade girl, sweetest little girl in the whole world, she wrote a Valentine, put flowers and hearts on it, real sweet. And this is, no kidding, she wrote, roses are red, violets are blue. Cookies are chunky and sweet, and so are you. And I made a copy of it, and I was going around showing people in school. And they were like, you told her to write that? I said, I absolutely did not tell her to write that. I wouldn't say that about a parent because that woman was bigger than me. I mean, I'm not making, but she was way beyond chunky. She would have killed me anyway.
Whoa. Better play some bluegrass.
No. All right, Donnie's going to sing y'all one. I'm going to introduce him over in a minute. But the fiddler over here, Mr. Don Lewis, he's going to sing you a good old love song.
hello city life. No more corn and maters now, touch city wide. No more okra or sweet pea, does she mean that much to me? Bye bye potato patch, hello city life. Pick it, Dylan. Well, I've been working in the garden almost every day. I went up tilling, trying to keep the weeds away. She said the tractor had to go. Can I do it? I don't know. Bye-bye potato patch, hello city life. Well, bye-bye potato patch, hello city life. No more corn and maters now, touch city wide. No more okra, sweet pea, does she mean that much to me? Bye-bye potato patch, hello city life. Play a chord. Well, she don't like cornbread or onions with her beans. But all of them together is the best you've ever seen. No more meal out in the stove, throw away those overalls. Bye-bye potato patch, hello city life. Well, bye-bye potato patch, hello city life. No more corn and maters now to city wide. No more okra, sweet pea, does she mean that much to me? Bye-bye potato patch, hello city life. Come on, man. Well, bye-bye potato patch, hello city life. No more corn and maters now, just city wide. No more okra, sweet pea, does she mean that much to me? Bye-bye potato patch, hello city life. Well, bye-bye potato patch, hello city life.
Woo! Potato patch! All right, like I was saying, I'm gonna... All right, like I was telling you, it's Don Lewis over there on the fiddle, and I'm gonna turn it over to him. That mandolin that he is holding, there are I'd say millions of mandolins all over the world, but there's only one of that mandolin right there. And Don, you go ahead and tell them what's so special about that mandolin.
Well, back in 1974, my dad was a bluegrass boy, Ralph Lewis, and we still have a band called the Sons of Ralph. But it was Sons of Ralph featuring Ralph, and he passed away in August last year. And he said, that's a neat name, you should use it. Still use that name. I was like, of course we will. But getting back to Bill Monroe, he played guitar with Bill Monroe and did the Weary Traveler album, and did the guitar to the original Jerusalem Ridge, which is that's one of my favorite things, being a fiddle player. But before I ever tried to play fiddle, I was about 10 years old. I've been playing the mandolin for about 5 years or so, since I was 5 years old. And Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys went to Japan in 74 and 75, and my dad went over. And so Bill got an endorsement deal.
Okay, Don, that's enough.
So that's for Ibanez mandolins. And it kind of made a big deal because, Bill Monroe, Gibson mandolins, and American music, this is our music, American music, bluegrass is. So it kind of ruffled a few feathers, but they also gave him $1 million to make posters and endorse Ibanez mandolins, and they gave him 4 Ibanez mandolins, and one was handmade, which is this one, and it's in the poster. If you ever seen, you can Google Bill Monroe Ibanez mandolins, and this mandolin will show up there. He gave it to me on the Grand Ole Opry, backstage when I was 10 years old. So, quite proud of it. This is the first time Tom had the idea for me to bring it. First time it's been played in over 30 years, actually. So, been putting it up, and it's going to actually be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here before the year's out. So that's kind of going to be, they're going to keep it for a year. So I thought I might better pick it a little bit before I put it in there, and they put it in a glass case and all that. But we're going to, Corey's been playing this one. He's got a handmade melon by one of our fellow luthiers in Western North Carolina, Mr. E.W. Hyatt. And we're going to do a twin melon song. Let me lower my microphone.
You want to come over here?
You want to play it together?
Together.
Hey, Tom, you want to come over here?
Take two.
tell you what's really cool is that when for me, I have to pay attention. I have to really concentrate because I have ADD. Hey, how you? And man, I'm up here. I'm such a fan of these guys picking, and I have to really pay attention to what I'm doing.
Does that mean you can
really nice.
You can add or not?
What?
Can you add?
Add 2 plus 2.
ADD.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Hey, look, a squirrel. No, I had a parent from school one time, and he goes, "Hey, man, I saw a T-shirt that would be just right for you." And I was like, "What did it say on it?" And instead of saying ACDC, it said ADHD. And then under it said, "Hey, look, a squirrel." I'm like, what? That's what he said to me. "Oh, man, I saw a guy wearing a T-shirt. It'd be perfect for you." Anyway, we're going to do one from the Andy Griffith Show. And Jeremy and I were back there, and Isaiah were back there. We were talking about how we love the Andy Griffith Show. And I'd start telling him something about the Andy Griffith Show, and he'd be nodding his head. He already knew what I was going to say about it. So anyway, here's one that the Dillards did on the Andy Griffith Show. Charlene sang it, so I don't know if I can sing it as pretty as Charlene. What are we doing? Okay, we're going to do that next then, I promise. I told you. I done told you.
What'd you say about ADD again?
I forget all about that stuff. Okay. Let me rewind.
Squirrel.
I'm sorry. Let me rewind. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. What happened was, is I forgot. Dave. Now, Dave has this banjo here is a banjo that his father had, 50 years ago?
Yeah.
And while Dave was recuperating, y'all remember all that stuff I said about the next song, because I'm not repeating all that mess. While Dave was recuperating, he sat with the banjo in his lap because it wasn't so heavy. It doesn't have a resonator on it. It's not as heavy. And he taught himself and learned how to play clawhammer banjo. So we thought we'd throw in a tune there on the clawhammer banjo. So what are you going to do? We're going.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sometimes everybody has.
Uh-oh, take two.
Squirrel.
Thank you. Now, after they switch back around, I think we're going to do a song that me and Jeremy talked about.
Let's see, Darlings. Squirrel.
Darlings, all coming back to me now. Darlings. I was saying that Charlene sang the song, and it made Briscoe Darling cry on the show. Remember? And they had another song called "Don't Hit Your Granny with a Great Big Stick," which they never played, by the way.
That one makes me cry, Paul.
Well, thank you, Charlene. Billy, I'll kick her out. There is a time for love and laughter. The days go past like summer storm. The winter wind will follow after. There is love and love is warm. There is a time for us to wander. The time is young and so are we. The woods are greener over yonder. The path is new and the world is free. So when you're roaming in the springtime, you'll find your love in summer sun. The frost will come and bring the harvest, and you can sleep when day is done. There is a time for us to wander, when time is young and so are we. The woods are greener over yonder. The path is new and the world is free. There is a time when leaves are falling, the skies are gray, the paths are old. The snow will come when geese are calling. We need a fire against the cold. There is a time for us to wander, when time is young and and so are we. The woods are greener over yonder. The path is new and the world is free. The path is new and the world is free. The path is new and the world is free. Thank you. Woo, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This portion of the show is brought to you by Tumbling Waters Trout Pond and Campground. Woohoo! I'm going to catch me some trout down there tomorrow and grill them with some lemon pepper and butter, and it's going to be so good. All right, we're going to do the title track from our CD. We're going to do a couple more on this set, take a short break, and then come back for another set. And I'm so excited about the last song. Oh, my ADD's kicking in, I'm sorry. But we're going to do this one called They Pass It Down. Ancestors long ago played their fiddles and their banjo, sound they brought from across the sea, started a musical legacy. Next generation came along, they took up the mountain song. Babies were born, and as they grew, they took up the music too. They pass it down to one another, mother and father, sister and brother, neighbor and kin, all gathered round. They gave the blessing and passed it down. Little boy sat on his daddy's knee, said, Daddy, won't you teach your song to me? Now the boy plays with a famous band, making music all over this land. And he has a son of his own, teaching that boy about timing and tone. Oh, how proud Granddaddy would be if he was only here to sing. They pass it down to one another, mother and father, sister and brother, neighbor and kin, all gathered round. They gave the blessing and passed it down. There's a wise man that says all the time, gotta pass the music on down the line to the younger folks that are coming along. Keep our music going strong. Honor those who have come before. Let the music play forevermore. If we play for years, what good have we done if we have not passed the music on? They pass it down to one another, mother and father, sister and brother, neighbor and kin, all gathered round. Gave the blessing and passed it down. Gave the blessing and passed it down. Gave the blessing and passed it down.
That's a Tom Godlewski song. Tom Godlewski on the bass right there.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We're going to do this last song in this set, take a short break and come back, we promise you. And we want to thank Jeremy and Isaiah for doing sound. And Sonny said they had the best sound man here, and they're right. We're so happy.
Yes,
we can hear
sir.
everything.
Thank you, buddy.
It's just, and you know what? They're just plain good old nice. They're just good. They're good people. They're good fellers. So anyway, this next song is one I wrote a few years back, and it's about. We think it's the only bluegrass tune written about a Romanian gymnast. We're pretty sure. Because when I was a teenager, I was in love with Nadia Comaneci. And
We've had a few people get on the website.
It ain't funny.
A few people have threatened us from the Mary Lou Retton fan club.
No, well, you know, Mary Lou you're so funny. Well, you know, David's got his banjo here that belonged to his dad, and Don's got a mantle here that Bill Monroe gave him. I've got my autographed picture of Nadia Comaneci. I cracked it, but
Cha-ching!
this guy was at a gig a couple years back, and we did this song, and he came up and he said, I live in Norman, Oklahoma, and he said, I can get her a CD. And he bought the CD. I was going to give it to him. He bought it, and a few weeks later, I got this picture in the mail. And it just let me have a moment here, okay, would you?
You can't make this stuff up.
He's been sleeping with it ever since.
No! I think that's how it got cracked. But you can see I got some duct tape on the back there to hold it in. But I broke it. I didn't mean to. I have to go buy me another frame. But
you sure your wife
it says
didn't?
here. No. I was telling someone about writing this song, and they were like, "Now wait a minute. How you going to write a song about another woman, and you've been married for all these years, you know, to the same person, to the same wonderful person?" And I was like, "Now wait a minute." And then I was in the midst of writing the song, and I'm like, "You know what? That could be bad." So I said, all right, in the third verse of the song, I'm going to fix it. So I hadn't written that verse yet. But anyway, it says here, to Tom, thanks for the song. Cheers, Nadia. Well, I looked up cheers in Romanian.
And what did it say, Tom?
And it said, stay 150 feet away from me at all times, you pervert. That one little word. Anyway, thank y'all. We're Buncombe Turnpike. We'll be back in a few. Here's one called Nadia Comaneci. Summer of '76, I was just 15 years old. Young Romanian gymnast was winning Olympic gold. I fell in love with her when I saw her on my TV. A sweet little angel named Nadia Comaneci. Oh, Nadia, Nadia, Nadia Comaneci. My sweet little Romanian girl so far out of reach. I was a country boy from Carolina who wanted Nadia to be mine. Used to wish that Nadia would come to my hometown. During a public appearance, she'd pick me out of the crowd. She and I would take a walk on a Carolina mountainside. When all the fuss was over, she'd come back and be my bride. Oh, Nadia, Nadia, Nadia Comaneci. My sweet little Romanian girl so far out of reach. I was a country boy from Carolina who wanted Nadia to be mine. Well, I never met Nadia, and that's all right by me. I married my high school sweetheart, and we're happy as can be. But I won't forget Nadia, she was my first flame. A perfect teen angel, kicking butt and taking it. Oh, Nadia, Nadia, Nadia he'll come and each. My sweet little Romanian girl, so far out of reach. I was a country boy from Caroline who wanted Nadia to be mine. Whoa, Nadia. Sweet Nadia. Thank y'all. Over there, as Don says, Bon Jovi. You know, I met Corey here a long time ago, and he was just a little bitty fella, and he was playing the bass, and I went up and I said, "Boy, you play bass like I do." He said, "I did when I was 5." Little smart aleck. All right, we're going to try one written by a friend of ours named Josh Gibbs over in Swanton Nowhere, North Carolina. In the mountains, living in the mountains, free. When I was a little bitty boy, Mama said to me, "Son, you're gonna cry just a little, but in the mountains you will be. In the mountains, living in the mountains, free. Oh, in the mountains, living in the mountains, free." Age of 12, Papa hitch up, high road mule, and power furrow to the sea. From the mountains, from the mountains, from the mountains to the sea. Oh, from the mountains, from the mountains, from the mountains to the sea. Leave the mountains, leave the mountains, leave the mountains free. Oh, leave the mountains, leave the mountains, leave the mountains free. Have to cry no more, and you never have to leave. Leave the mountains, leave the mountains, leave the mountains free. Oh, leave the mountains, leave the mountains. You'll be buried in the mountains free. Thank you so much. All right, Dave's going to sing y'all one that he wrote.
When it's free. The fate of two lives so intertwined. You had your dreams, I had mine. None of that mattered, cause we followed our hearts. The sum of us together is more than all the parts. Moon and the stars above us, oh, how they shine. That's how I feel whenever you put your hand in mine. And we're driving down life's highway. The love gets better each and every day. Rev it up, rev it up. We got both hands on the wheel. No speed limits on love when it's free. When it's love, when it's free. Moon and the stars above us, oh, how they shine. That's how I feel whenever you put your hand in mine. And we're driving down life's highway. Our love gets better each and every day. Rev it up, rev it up. We got both hands on the wheel. No speed limits on love when it's free.
Here's a song about a man that's, this is a fictional song, but it's about a real man down in Marshall, North Carolina, by the name of A.J. Bridges, who's a famous dancer down there. And he has a lot of different, I think I hurt myself. He has a lot of different dance moves, and one of the moves he has is he goes around and he flaps his arms up and down, and people call him the Chicken Man. So I have a bunch of cousins from on my dad's side of the family that live up in New Jersey, and I was trying to think, what would happen if one of my crazy, fun-loving, happy cousins came down from New Jersey, where they never have any jam sessions or anything like that, and he saw the Chicken Man, and so my
Hey, don't leave back there. This is the best song we do. Where are you going?
This is our big number.
Anyone, here's one called the Chicken Man. Well, I got a cousin come from way up north just to visit for a while. Said he wanted to see some mountain culture, wanted me to be his guide. I took him down to Marshalltown to the old depot. Every Friday night they always have a mountain music show. When we got there, all the seats were full, so we leaned up against the wall. The band was good, the music was loud, a good time was being had by all. But then my cousin turned to me, said, I can't be still no more. He got this crazy look in his eye and made a beeline for the dance floor. You'd have thought that boy was stomping out of fire the way he was jumping around. He looked like a bird just learning to fly with his arms flapping up and down. It was a blur of knees and elbows as he danced all over the place. I looked around the room, there was a smile on every face. So the dance floor crowd parted, started to clapping along with the band. Gathered around in a circle just to watch my cousin dance. About that time the Chicken Man came walking through the door. His eyes got big as dinner plates when he looked towards the dance floor. See, the Chicken Man is the king of dancing at the depot in Marshalltown. I reckon he thought my cousin was there to take away his crown. Chicken Man rolled up his sleeves and came over to join the fun. Said, I'll show you how to dance, you crazy son of a gun. You'd have thought them boys was stomping out of fire the way they were jumping around. A couple of birds just learning to fly with their arms flapping up and down. Was a blur of knees and elbows as they danced all over the place. I looked around the room, there was a smile on every face. Yelled at my cousin, said, son, I can't be beat. Everybody followed them as they danced into the street. An impromptu competition, never man would give in. Everybody clapped and cheered as they danced around the bend. Well, it's been a week or two since I seen my cousin or the Chicken Man. Here they've been a-dancing themselves all across this land. Just now told my buddy I ain't got no idea where they are. He said, I heard they've gone to Hollywood to be on Dancing with the Stars. And you'd have thought them boys was stomping out of fire the way they were jumping around. A couple of birds just learning to fly with their arms flapping up and down. Was a blur of knees and elbows as they danced all over the place. Every in the room there was a smile on every face. Thank you so much. This next tune is one that is off the Fresh Preserve CD, which is my solo project from 2008, and it's a record that's really near and dear to my heart because all the songs on there are based on true stories, and for the people, well, there's 10 songs and then there are 10 stories that go with the songs, and for the people that I recorded on that record back in 2008, 2007, 2008 when I was doing the record, 4 of those people have passed away now. One of them being my uncle, my father-in-law, my mother, and Miss Maney, who was one of my teachers. Yes, Dawn, she was one of my teachers at Mars Hill.
He didn't ask any of us to be on the CD, which we still hadn't got over yet.
Don's all over it.
Oh,
Don's fiddle's
Don
all
don't
over
count.
it.
I was going to talk
You
about
were
this.
still playing bass at the time this record was
And
made.
Tom,
Corey, you were only in 6th grade then.
this was also made into a play that won a prestigious
Wow. Prestigious?
fancy award.
that was his word of the day on the word of the day calendar.
Yes, this.
It is a play.
Prestigious.
It's
I
a
can't
precious award.
Don't worry about it, Don. I can't say legislature.
It's a play.
Anyway. All right. So anyway, this record's real near and dear to my heart because it's all true stories, and I recorded some of my loved ones doing stories on this record. And this was a song based on a story that my Uncle Robert told me, and he was a very big influence on me as a young man. He taught me how to work hard, and he told me some things about. Well, he told me some things about fighting. I didn't go around fighting much, but he told me, he said, son, there's no such thing as a fair fight. And so, anyway, and then I got to thinking about, because this man in this story is his grandfather, and they were a pretty mean bunch. I have to be real careful when I sing this song because I have the guy putting his own eye out if I'm not. I have to really think and concentrate. So, anyway, it's one we call the Mountain Dew. It happened over in Madison County about 100 years ago.
That's right.
Madison County, North Carolina, around the turn of a century, was a man named Young and a man named King, both mean and said to be. Their reputations for fighting were known around the land. So King decided he would go find out just who was the better man. He walked from Shelton Lima to the Barnard General Store, where he found Mr. Young, said, you're just who I'm looking for. Young said, you'd best hold on, I got no quarrel with you. Turn around and go back home is the best thing you could do. It was a Mountain Dew with an unspoken rule. No weapons would be used in the fray. It was tooth and nail, man to man. When the fight was over, they knew the meanest man in Madison County was that day. Those that were gathered round all began to cheer when King pulled Young up close and bit him on the ear. Young put his finger in King's eye, said, boy, I'm warning you. I'm gonna put out your eye if you don't turn me loose. It was a Mountain Dew with an unspoken rule. No weapons would be used in the fray. It was tooth and nail, man to man. When the fight was over, they knew the meanest man in Madison County was that day. So Young did just what he said, right then the fight was done. King came to Barnard with two good eyes and left with only one. It was a Mountain Dew with an unspoken rule. No weapons would be used in the fray. It was tooth and nail, man to man. When the fight was over, they knew the meanest man in Madison County was that day. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Here's a Dave and I told Dave, I'm working on a new play, and it's about an elderly gentleman who wants some things in his life that get done that he can't get done now. And
it's a story about you.
Oh boy, Corey.
Come on, that was a good
I feel the love, Corey. Anyway, I told Dave the story I was writing about this play, and he went home and wrote this song. It's one called "I'd Sure Do It Again." Corey's gonna kick it off.
I sure do it again. I like the feel of the wind. I like the ups and downs, turnarounds. I sure do it again. You know I have no regrets. My story's all been told. It's true that when you are younger, it's true never grows. And I know that life is like a turn on the roller coaster ride. Sure goes by fast. I sure do it again. I sure do it again. I like the feel of the wind. I like the ups and downs, turnarounds. I sure do it again. Live your life, son. Keep all the love you find. 'Cause this world's a carousel. You'll have your ups and downs. But when everything you said is said and done, and there's no more ticket lines, won't it be good to say I'd sure do it again? I sure do it again. I like the feel of the wind. I like the ups and downs, turnarounds. I sure do it again.
Thank you so much. All right, we're going to do another song that Dave wrote, and he asked me to sing it. He graciously let me sing it. It's on that new CD, one called, the CD is called They Passed It Down, and the song is called Blue Collar Blues. About a poor old working class guy. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Donnie?
Yes.
All right.
How about a hand for Mr. Tom Godlewski on the bass? Writes a lot of the songs and doing a great job.
Bless your heart.
Singing a lot of the lead. Plays the bass.
He's my boy.
That's my boy over there.
He keeps time like a Rolex watch.
Yeah. It's hard to be a working man. I work when I should. With more and more bills to pay, just don't do no good. You can't get much from $1, and a paycheck just don't last the way it should. Got them blue collar, ain't got no money blue. I can't get ahead, man, no matter what I do. I'm 3 steps from the poorhouse, got them blue collar blues. Try to keep up with the Joneses, I can barely pay my rent. Where's that hole in my pocket where all my money went? They said better times were down the road, well I wonder just where they all went. Got them blue collar, ain't got no money blue. I can't get ahead, man, no matter what I do. I'm 3 steps from the poorhouse, got them blue collar blues. They say the rats are winning, but I'm still in the race, yeah! Those folks that want my money, they're getting hard to face. I pray for inspiration and the Lord's amazing grace. Got them blue collar, ain't got no money blue. I can't get ahead, man, no matter what I do. I'm 3 steps from the poorhouse, got them blue collar blues. I'm 3 steps from the poorhouse, got them blue collar blues. Thank y'all so much. I read this in Reader's Digest. It was Louis Armstrong's favorite joke. This little boy went down to South Carolina to visit his grandmother, and she told him to go out to the spring to get a bucket of cold water, and he ran out there, and he looked down in the spring, and he saw 2 little beady eyes sticking up out of the water. He got really scared. He threw the bucket down. He ran back to the house and screaming for his grandmother, and she came out. She goes, "Boy, what's wrong with you?" He says, "Granny, there's something in the water. I saw 2 little eyes sticking up out of the water." She said, "Oh, son, don't worry about it." She said, "That's just that little baby alligator lives down there." She said, "He won't hurt you." She said, "You know what?" Said, "In fact, he's probably just as scared of you as you are of him." He said, "Well, in that case, Granny, the water ain't fit to drink." All right, then.
That's a good one.
We're going to do a gospel tune that I wrote for my grandparents. They're buried up in Pisgah United Methodist Church up in Avery County, North Carolina. And my granddaddy was a preacher, and he, you know, it's funny. I don't know. I don't want to get political or anything, but you know, I think today, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a preacher by any means, but I think Christians are getting a bad rap. You know, I mean, and I'm not putting down anybody else. I'm just saying, all of a sudden it seems kind of unpopular, but Christians ain't perfect. And my grandfather was not perfect, but he was a good man. He was a good, hardworking man. And on his tombstone up there in Avery County, my aunt and my mom had put on there, good, well done, thou good and faithful servant. And I went to visit their grave, and I thought, man, I hope I don't get struck by lightning, but I'm going to steal that line right straight out of the Bible and write a song about it. So anyway, like I said, my granddaddy was a preacher. He wasn't perfect, but he was a good man and the best he could have been. So, and a good influence on me. And here's one called Good and Faithful Servant. Grandmama loved the Lord with all of her soul. She prayed and read her Bible every day. And when she passed away, family and friends gathered round to say their last goodbye. The preacher read from the Bible and had many things to say. But I won't forget the words he spoke when they laid her in her grave. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Well done for the faithful life you've lived. Your days on earth were spent in glory to the Lord. And now you've earned your reward. Daddy was a preacher, a proclaimer of the word, and a believer in the promises of God. So when Grandmama left us, he said we'll see her again if we follow the example that she lived. Now Granddad has been called away to God's promised land, and he and Grandmama walking hand in hand. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Well done for the faithful life you've lived. Your days on earth were spent in glory to the Lord, and now you've earned your reward. Oh, now you've earned your reward. Thank you so much. We're going to do a traditional tune for you here. Now don't forget me, little darling, while I'm growing old and gray. Just a little thought before I'm going far away. For I'll be waiting on the hillside for the day you will call, on the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall. sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall. Now don't forget about the days we courted many years ago. Don't forget all those promises you made me, and so, or I'll be waiting on the hillside for the day you will call. On the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall. Disappointed in you guys.
Why?
Because I've been doing my one bass lick, the only bass lick I know, and y'all didn't even notice. Kind of hurts my feelings. You want to hear it?
I want to hear it. I still want to hear it.
That deserves a clap, I think.
Yeah.
One more time. All right, now we don't want to overdo it. Now, don't forget me, little darling, while I'm growing old and gray. Just a little thought before I'm going far away. For I'll be waiting on the hillside for the day you will call. On the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to do the twin. We appreciate you. That's Dylan Lawrence over there, Bon Jovi. Don Lewis on the fiddle and mandolin now. David Ho. Hey, David, what are you looking for over there?
Pick up the strings. I was looking for my pick.
What are you looking for, Dave?
My pick.
Where'd you lose it?
I lost it in the green room.
Well, why are you looking for it out here?
Well, that's a lot better out here than just in the green room.
Woo, we steal jokes from other people, so. You know, sometimes from time to time, if you'll notice, every once in a while we're singing a song, the lyrics of the song, Corey acts those songs out. He'll act out a part of the song, and you want to know the next song we're going to do, Corey?
I'm so excited.
It's called Will You Be Loving Another Man?
My wife's not going to be happy.
All right. Dave Hyde on the guitar.
The second guitar.
Corey Warren, second guitar.
Second guitar.
We'd like to thank Dave's brother, Dale, for bringing him out here tonight, because he has a hard time sitting and driving for a long ways. And Dale also brought along his 1957 D18 for David to play. So
Which I shredded up through the
he just
strings.
broke a string. So anyway, we're Buncombe Turnpike. We're sure to appreciate y'all. Thank you, Stecoah, Beth, Jeremy, Isaiah, everybody. And Jennifer for that delicious meal. Thank y'all.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Now, hang on. I don't think we start that with taters.
I don't think we do.
Okay, no taters.
Okay.
We're Buncombe Turnpike. All righty, thank y'all. Woo! I think everybody else got the message. Hey, boys, come on out. Oh, Dave had to tune that guitar.
We like to say,
You
bless
shouldn't
y'all's.
tune it now. It's the last song.
We like to say, bless your all's hearts and all your other vital organs.
There are stars in the southern sky, southward as you go. There is moonlight and moss in the trees down the seven bridges road. ever you decide you should go, there is a taste of time sweet as honey down the 7 Bridges Road. Thank you so much. Woo! You know, that's good. Come and listen, ye fellers, so young and so fine. Seek not your fortune way down in the mine. It'll form as a habit, seep in your soul till the stream of your blood flow as black as the coal, where it's dark as a dungeon, damp as the dew, where the danger is double, pleasures are few, where the rain never falls, sun never shines, as dark as the dungeon way down in the mine. There's many a man I've known in my day who lived just to labor their whole lives away, like a fiend with his dope, a drunkard his wine, and man will have lust for the lure of the mind, where it's dark as a dungeon, damp as the dew, where the danger is double, pleasures are few, where the rain never falls, sun never shines, it's dark as a dungeon way down in the mine. I hope when I'm gone and the ages shall roll, my body will blacken and turn into coal. Then I'll look from the door of my heavenly home and pity the miner a digging my bones, where it's dark as a dungeon, damp as the dew, where the danger is double, pleasures are few, where the rain never falls and the sun never shines.
she's not satisfied. Hey, hey, tell me, why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, tell me, I'll get even someday. I'm the best time swinger in this big section gang. Big Bill Johnson is my name. It's my hammer that I swing for $1.50 a day. Well, it's all for my little man. Hey, hey, tell me, why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, tell me, I'll get even someday. Lord, I've been lots of places, not much I ain't done. There's still a lot of things I'd like to see. But this bike hammer that I swing for the woman that I love, everyone's gonna be the death of me. Hey, hey, tell me, why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, tell me, I'll get even someday. Big spike hammer, big spike hammer.
All right, thank y'all so much. We're going to end it out tonight with a gospel tune. Donnie's going to sing it for you. One entitled "Walking in Jerusalem."
Well, oh John, what did he say?
Walking in Jerusalem just like John.
I'll meet you there the judgment day.
Walking in Jerusalem just like John.
I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready, Lord. Walking in Jerusalem just like John. Come on, Dylan. Corey. Well, if you get there before I do,
Walking in Jerusalem just like
tell
John.
all my friends that I'm a coming to.
Walking in Jerusalem just like John.
I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready, Lord. Walking in Jerusalem just like John. Well, he carry you weighted on his shoulder.
Walking in Jerusalem just like
Well,
John.
I'll meet you there at the first crossover.
Walking in Jerusalem just like John.
I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready, Lord. Walking in Jerusalem just like John. Oh John, what did he say?
Walking in Jerusalem just like John.
Meet you there this judgment day. Walking in Jerusalem just like John. I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready, Lord. Walking in Jerusalem just like John. I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready, Lord. To walk in Jerusalem just
Thank y'all. We're Buncombe Turnpike. Woo!